Oatman, home of the Burrows.
Good morning folks, we've woken up to a glorious day here in Kayenta, the entrance to Monument Valley. What a spectacular day yesterday, one of the best days riding I've ever had, the most amazing scenery, a real bucket list trip yesterday. And today we're heading to Williams in Arizona, so we're just packing up at the moment. It's 9:20, it still feels really warm now actually. Now I wish I put my mesh on.
So we're debating mesh or rucker, and I think we'll probably go for rucker for the first hour.
Yeah, and then we'll stop for coffee or breakfast somewhere.
And change over.
Anyway, we'll get packed up.
What a great place to stay though.
Yeah.
And it's just, yesterday was an amazing day riding.
It was.
Just fantastic. Highly recommended.
So this is today's route, heading southwest towards Flagstaff, then looping round Highway 180 to Williams on Route 66. After about an hour on the 160, we took a left turn on Highway 89 that's going to take us directly to Flagstaff. And so after riding for about 1.5 hours, we were well overdue for breakfast, and happily we came across this Cameron trading post, which had the Grand Canyon restaurant inside it. So, an obvious place to stop for breakfast. Stopped here at the Grand Canyon restaurant, which must be near the Grand Canyon, but I suspect it's 50 miles away, for a breakfast, a late breakfast, avocado and eggs on toast. Suitably refreshed after an excellent breakfast, it was back on the road to Williams. And we never get tired of stopping and taking in the magnificence of the beautiful surroundings and the empty roads.
Let me tell you everything I've seen, the friends I've made, and then you tell me how you've been. Look a little closer, it's been quite some time. You gotta let me know if I'm out of line. But there's some words that I just want.
So as we turned off Highway 180 onto Highway 64, we knew we were only about 30 odd minutes away from Williams.
I'm on my way, yeah. Yes, I'm on my way. A bit naive and so eager to please. You know I played for love, but it got me on my knees. Now's the time to reap what I've sown. Your words echoing in every single bone. Underwater, so far out at sea.
Arriving in Williams with plenty of time to spare, we took the opportunity to fill the tanks up because we knew the following day we had a pretty long ride, taking in three of the most iconic towns on the entire Route 66.
My way.
Williams is only a small town of about 3,500 people, and it's known as the gateway to the Grand Canyon. It's located only about 60 miles from the southern rim of the canyon. That makes it a really popular stop for visitors. And in 1984 it was the last Route 66 town to be bypassed by the interstates.
I'm on my way, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, yeah. Yes, I'm on my way. Oh, heavy road, go easy on me now, and my love will shine. I'm on my way. My way, yeah, yeah. I'm on my way, yeah. Yes, I'm on my way. Oh, heavy road, go easy on me now, and my love will shine.
So we've just checked into the Best Western Plus here in Williams on historic Route 66. We're a bit early, so the room isn't ready yet. So I'm just going to show you the famous tree that's in here. There's Sue just downloading the Relive. This is around all year round tree that decorated with different colours at Christmas, Thanksgiving and various other things. What a great idea. You don't have to take it down, just keep using it all year round. Good thinking. We've even got a little pool out there. It's currently 27 degrees. There's the bar. This is the restaurant area. And as soon as we get the key for our room, we'll go and show where we are. Anyway, check in later. At least we've got a trolley. Well, 4 pennies and 2 top boxes. Okay. Let's swing it round. Oh, so.
The countryside hot tub.
Okay.
Huh. Nice bright room.
The mod-
Nice big spacious room.
It's alright, isn't it?
It's fine. It's a bit like Premier Inn, isn't it?
Yeah, Best
You kind
Western.
of know what you're getting. Let's have a look at the bathroom.
Go and check it out for us.
Every time I look at the trolley, I wonder how we get it all on the bike.
I know. What's it like, babe?
Shower, loo, sink, it's fine.
Oh, it'll be fine. Okay, let's get unpacked and grab a hot tub and a swimming pool. So there we have, hot tub. No lifeguard, we'll be very careful. And a small paddling pool, looks like. There we go. It's okay if you like that kind of thing. If you like sitting in the sun by a swimming pool.
There's a deer down here a minute ago.
Yeah, and Sue spotted a deer, wild deer roaming through the trees.
Don't be scared him.
Well, there you are, folks. Today it really is beer o'clock. Well, hopefully. I don't mind a couple of days on 0% artificial beer. But we're at the Best Western Plus in Williams. Let's see what they've got on offer. Yes, folks, they do have an IPA. And mighty refreshing it looks too.
And a glass of wine after 3 days.
Yes, we deserved it today. It's been quite a long ride, hasn't it? A long hot
Great
ride.
ride though.
Another great ride.
Another great ride. Every day's a great ride.
With more amazing weather. Cheers, babes. Beer o'clock. We decided we'd go for a starter
It's huge.
of loaded skins.
Huge.
A starter.
And I've got pasta, this.
Yes, I know. That was a meal in itself. Oh, well, you live and learn, except we don't. Starter. We'll go with the main.
It was a huge starter. And before that, they brought a salad.
And
now I'm
a loaf of
supposed
bread.
to eat half a ton
Well, you brought it on yourself.
of pasta.
Yes. Luckily, I'm just
So
having
I'm going to have to whip round the restaurant and see who else wants to
share it. I went for the mango
That looks great.
nachos. Excellent. So if you're doing Route 66 and you're passing through Williams, would we recommend a stay at the Best Western Plus?
We were on our way back towards Long Beach from Kayenta, so Williams seemed like a good route. We've stayed in Best Westerns before, most notably in Kingman on the Route 66 during our 2019 trip, so we knew it would be okay. The hotel was outside the main town, which made walking a bit of a challenge, but given the bar, restaurant, gift shop and vending machines at the hotel, that wasn't a big deal. Our room was fine, it was a decent size and had a good king-size bed. The TV had numerous channels and there was a fridge and good shower in the ensuite. There were luggage trolleys available to cart our stuff to the room and complimentary coffee machines scattered around the place. We ate in the bar restaurant, where the food was good and the service was excellent. In fact, the service was excellent throughout the hotel, from checking in through to the very helpful and attentive waiter in the bar restaurant. One thing we did notice about the food was that there was a lot of it. Stupidly, we ordered starters, which were the size of generous main courses, and while Brian managed his mango tacos, the pasta beat me within minutes. Parking was fine, and while it wasn't covered or directly outside of our room, it was off the road and safe. The Best Western Williams is graded 3 on booking.com. It was clean, comfortable and very convenient. It's set in a lovely countryside location with a hot tub and swimming pool, and we'd be very happy to stay there again.
Well, good morning, folks. We're walking up to another glorious day here in Williams, Arizona, on the historic Route 66. And today we're heading to Laughlin via all the top Route 66 towns, Seligman, Kingman and Oatman, and it's going to be a scorcher today. So anyway, we'll see you on the road. So this was our route today, sticking to Route 66 all the way through the main towns of Seligman, Kingman and finally Oatman. And it was going to be a very, very hot ride. After a brief stint on the I-40, we picked up Route 66 at the little town of Ashford. So what is this fascination with Route 66? Well, it was established in 1926 and known as the Mother Road or Main Street of America. It's a legendary 2,448-mile highway running from Chicago in the east to Santa Monica in the west, crossing 8 states and 3 time zones. It represents classic Americana. The states include Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona and finally California. It symbolised westward migration during the 1930s Dust Bowl and the freedom of post-war road trips. It became an icon of pop culture through songs, literature and television, representing the spirit of adventure, car culture and the American dream. Though officially decommissioned in 1985, Route 66 remains a top tourist destination for experiencing classic American history. And the first stop is going to be the town of Seligman, known as the birthplace of Route 66. In 1978, the Interstate 40 was built just 1 mile south of the town, allowing travellers to drive directly past it without ever entering, and the town itself suffered an immediate and devastating economic collapse. Traffic disappeared overnight, from approximately 9,000 cars per day to nearly none almost instantly. Many businesses were forced to close and the town virtually became a ghost town. The Seligman of today owes a lot to the barber of the town, Angel Delgadillo. He formed the historic Route 66 Association of Arizona. And in 1987, the state of Arizona acknowledged the stretch of road from Seligman to Kingman as historic Route 66. The designation regenerated interest in Route 66's old-fashioned Americana, and Seligman remains as the starting point of the longest surviving section of America's iconic road. We stopped here briefly on our last trip to the States in February 2019. There we are, folks. 6 years later, we parked in this exact spot and it was bitterly cold. 2019, wasn't it? This was exactly where we parked.
Exactly where we parked.
And here we were in 2019 when it was bitterly cold. So this is where we had a coffee in the Roadrunner Cafe.
66 t-shirt, but I think it's had it, hasn't it?
Yeah. I remember this woman from 2010 on my Pan-American trip, or maybe it's somebody that looks very much like her. I've only just arrived in town very recently and already have found a new best friend. So what do you think of the journey so far? She's not very talkative at this time of day. I can't believe that 15 years ago this is where I stayed the night before I rode to the Grand Canyon on my Pan-American trip. And I can tell you, although it says deluxe, it certainly isn't. And if I'm not mistaken, that's exactly where I stayed. Room 14. Wow. Deluxe Inn, Motel, Route 66. So that was Seligman, folks, a town reborn in the back of Route 66 memorabilia. And by all accounts, thriving.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving is like a spiritual cleanse where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. Neon lights in the fast lane light, riding high, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing
Kingman is one of the most important towns on Route 66, and it's often called the heart of the Mother Road because it sits at the crossroads of some of the longest and best preserved original stretches of the route, like the one we've just ridden from Seligman and the one we're going to ride, the twisted desert road to Oatman. Because so much of the surrounding highway remains intact, Kingman became a key stop for travellers during Route 66's golden age, and today it still captures that spirit with its historic downtown, classic motels and strong connection to the road's legacy. But right now we haven't got time on this trip to stop in Kingman, so we're going to push ahead to the even more fascinating Oatman. We knew it was going to be a hot ride today, and as we approached the Oatman highway, the temperature started to climb into the mid to high 30s, and as much as I wanted to stop and take plenty of photographs, it was actually much cooler just to keep moving. As we approached the road to Oatman, I had high hopes, having done some research and discovered that the 10 miles ride into it was supposed to be incredible. And I was hoping I wasn't going to be disappointed. The stretch of the Oatman highway between Kingman and Oatman is one of the most thrilling and scenic rides of all Route 66. As we left Kingman, the road quickly climbed into the rugged Black Mountains, turning into a narrow winding ribbon of asphalt, and we were looking forward to hitting the famous Sitgreaves Pass, where apparently the road snakes through tight switchbacks, steep drop-offs and dramatic elevation changes. We're warned there are no guardrails in place, so it demands your full attention. But that's exactly what makes it such a legendary ride.
I'm not heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard tonight. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. heading for the stars, driving down this boulevard tonight. Yeah, playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Unfortunately, and as always, the camera footage doesn't do it anywhere near justice. Because as you climb up this twisty, endless road, the views are just pure desert magic. Jagged peaks, endless horizons, and that sense of isolation that defines the American Southwest. And it just feels like it's still raw and untouched. It's like stepping back into the golden age of Route 66. This is what we're really hoping Route 66 was going to be like. Amazing roads, amazing views, and very little traffic. And so after a truly spectacular ride, we arrive in the quirky little town of Oatman. Oatman is certainly special because it feels like a living Wild West town dropped right onto Route 66. Originally a booming gold mining town in the early 1900s, Oatman faded when the mines closed, But instead of disappearing, it reinvented itself as a quirky stop on Route 66, and today its biggest claim to fame is the wild burros, descendants of miners' pack animals that freely roam the streets, walk up to bikes and cars and basically run the place. And beyond the donkeys you've got wooden boardwalks and old saloons that look straight out of a western film. They have daily staged gunfight shows apparently in the street, and there are historic ties like Clark Gable and Carole Lombard spending part of their honeymoon there. It's not polished or modern, and that's the point. Oatman is one of the few places left where Route 66 still feels wild, weird and completely untouched by time. Anyway, let's go and check out the hotel where apparently Clark Gable and Carole Lombard spent their honeymoon. Oatman, home of the Burrows. Here comes one now. The Oatman Hotel is one of the most iconic stops on Route 66, not because it's luxurious, but because it's packed with history, legend and a bit of myth as well. Built in the early 1900s during the Oatman's gold rush, it's the oldest surviving building in the town and a true relic of the Wild West era. Inside it feels more like a time capsule than a hotel. Its walls are famously covered floor to ceiling in signed dollar bills left by visitors over decades. What really made it famous though is the connection to Clark Gable and Carole Lombard. So that snack, a garden salad with chicken and a bale tea.
Very good at it too.
The famous film stars that stayed in this hotel.
So what you're sitting in, I used to be the actual butcher shop. Over there is the actual hotel. There's a set of stairs that'll take you upstairs to the old hotel where we have encased the Clark Gable, Carole Lombard honeymoon suite.
Right.
Originally, the dollar bills were put up for miners as a form of deposit, and yeah, now I'm getting nervous. I don't know what to say.
So is it still the hotel? Can you still stay here?
No, non-operational hotel, strictly restaurant, bar, and ice cream shop. They quit renting out rooms like 10 years ago, from what I understand.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Having spent the day riding Route 66 through Williams, Seligman, Kingman and Oatman, so what are our final thoughts?
Although we only rode a relatively short section of Route 66, we think we got the very best of it. We're so glad we did it, and we would recommend it to anyone looking for amazing biking roads, stunning scenery and a bit of history.